Okay, so today's trading session was obviously a wild one because of fucking CPI, but still we got some of our levels played out. Why am I using filler words like ooh? I'll try not to use them. I'll just pause. It's better than using filler words like I did just now. So let's head over to our charts today and let's see today's analysis. I know, this is very choppy. I mean, what the fuck is this? Like coloring chart? But no problem. I can read this pretty well. So, right as I said through today's trading session and on my analysis time, what I saw is market was clearly on a short-term downtrend, af even after this bearish change of character. See, I'll come to all these levels, but yesterday I talked about the change of character right here from this level. And today, I also placed a few trades, maybe around here, not here, but here, I guess. And it was not me, it was Pritam. So no problem. Props to him that he still understood the pending levels clearly. So no problem. I actually missed a trade right here because see, market was clearly on a downtrend, right? And even after the change of character, we can't really say that the market is bullish on this the quick impulse. So based on this change of character and the bearish impulse right here, I was pretty sure that we can go a little bearish for some small scalps. Okay, I don't need 2,000 points or 3,000, 4,000 points at a single trade. I mean, I can take that kind of long swings, but just for clearing my phase accounts, I don't trade that big of a swing. So no problem. As you can see here, even though this price, I mean, this chart is very choppy, I'll do one second. I'll come here on a much cleaner chart, okay? So on the last trading session, I got a new idea, to do my analysis, to do all my painting on a separate chart and to execute my trades on a separate chart, to get more clear and see the actual setups and not get, distracted by all of these drawings. So this is pretty much overwhelming, right? But this is very clean and smooth. So if I come to this, I'll just delete this level for now. What we can see is clearly market was on a bearish, and even it did give a change of character right here. See 1, 2, and 3, and it gave a closing below this level. So right here, I was taking this as the reference point because what is the what is the formula? The formula is we have to, you know, find out the change of character block, right? So this is the change of character. The market gave a change of character right in this block. Okay, so we have to do our structural marking from this point onwards, but there is no legitimate structure like here totally. So what I did was I took this point, this reference point. So like we can see here clearly, this is not a good retracement, not a valid one, not this one, but this one is surely our desired retracement. So the lowest point is this point. So this is level of 1, 2, and this is the retracement here. So the lowest point will be somewhere around here. This is the level of 3. This is the level of 2. And then today market gapped up. And then as soon as it gapped up, it is pretty guaranteed. Like I always say that market aggressively comes to fill that gap, and it did after 30 minutes. And then on the what you call it, like on the third 15-minute candle, it took away all those, gaps that it formed. So anyways, it gave a change of character right here on this point. And then we can clearly say that three levels comes out of play. Okay, this is the RBS, and then this will be our A plus because that is basically the level of one. And then one more, the double bottom, right? So these are the three levels that comes to play. And market was was bullish. And by yesterday's multi-time frame analysis, we can say that the 4 hour is bullish, right? It turned bullish. It gave a bullish change of character. The 1 hour is heavy bullish, like really heavy bullish, right? But the daily is bearish. Still, it is bearish, but on the like on a shorter trend, it is bullish. So we can say that for some small scalps, or for a 15-minute point of view, we can go with the bullish. Oh, shit, I'm still using filler words like oh, but no problem, I'll fix it. What I was saying was that on the 15-minute scalping, while doing the 15-minute scalps, we can clearly look for some bullish impulse and hopefully get on some really good setups. So, and the very first thing what market did is it tapped into my RBS level. And as soon as it tapped in, I was waiting for some kind of confirmations. All right. And I also did a mistake not taking this trade. I mean, this is a legitimate mistake because it is fundamentally what you call it, like implanted, seeded in me to only trade like with good confidence. Like I always say that I need the market to scream at me. And today I was a bit unprofessional. Yes, I accept it. Not every day is a perfect, but still I need to make it. I need to make them perfect. Every day is what you make it. So no problem. But anyways, let's come to our setup. 5 minute, you can see this is a perfect entry candle, right? It is an engulfing candle, but we don't trade 15-minute levels with 5 minute candles. We can take 5 minute confirmations though, to look whether the trade will perform good. I mean, we don't know actually, but still we can at least have some kind of high percentage predictions, right? So, but no problem. We can see here market tapped into our level and very perfectly. See, I was on the 5 minute, maybe not 5 minute, but 15-minute chart, okay, and I didn't consider this level to be tradable. So that was my mistake, even though it gave such a good confirmation with sexy risks. See, like I always say, if the market forms a little range, okay, if it consolidates for some time, okay, after a bearish impulse, if it consolidates and if it gives a big bullish candle and engulfs all these consolidation at once, then that level, my friend, is valid, and this would have been a perfect trade. I mean, perfect, literally. See, I would have entered on this candle. I'm still, I'm talking on. I would have done this. I would have done that, but I'm just analyzing my missed trades, so it's okay. So here would have been a perfect entry according to our setup with a stop loss of, see, this is manageable. 30 pips is what I always tell, not always, but nowadays, based on the market conditions, 30 pips is bare minimum, okay? And it is acceptable. So with 30 pips, first TP is obviously, because this is a 15-minute chart, so based on a 15-minute, first TP should have been, because this is an open range. You can see here, two big candles. So would have been easily 1,000 pips. I mean, 100 pips, right? There is some kind of resistance here. You can see right here, totally right. And based off even if I don't consider this as a legitimate setup, but still this is a TGL one. So you can see here, this is a valid retracement. So this is clearly a bearish impulse. So this is the A plus TGL2 and this is the TGL1. But since this is a very short impulse and the market overall is bullish, the 1 hour, not 1 hour, the 15-minute gave a change of, I mean, a bullish change of character. So we can't really trade on bearish levels. So that is why, but we can take confirmations. I mean, uh, take profits on such levels. So this would have been very fine as the perfect TP, first TP, 1,000 pips, 1,000 points and 100 pips, and then our final TP would will surely would have been this high. Okay, and our market really did capture all these internal liquidities. I mean, I don't know the ICT and SMC concepts, but still I can spot some kind of really good internal liquidity right here, right here, right here, right? So this was a perfect trade setup according to my strategy. It was pretty good, but still a trade not taken is not entered on our, what you call, on our canvas. So, but it formed good. I mean, after this missed entry, I was waiting for some kind of confirmation where I can enter, but what market did is it really went up high and high. So I marked 5 minute structure because on a 5 minute, see this is clearly bearish on a 5 minute, right? But it gave a bullish change of character right here. So I marked levels. This would be our A plus level. This would have been our resistance becoming support, and this is obviously the double bottom, right? And as you can see, it played out very well, but I wasn't like very sure about this one. So I was waiting for, and also one thing to note, we only trade I mean, if there's a 5 minute level, we only trade on 5 minute A plus levels because the RBS or SBRs are not really, I mean, that kind of tradable. Even if they are valid levels, I'm still a beginner on this strategy, on this like setup, this market structure. That is why I don't know which trade, I mean, which setup to not take and which setup to take. So, but taking all the setups is, I mean, I don't consider that as the solution to this problem. So I'll just be selective on my trades, because even though trading requires balls to put on a trade, I still like to take this game slowly and steadily, right? Because I'm kind of a passive guy on the markets though, not in real life. Maybe I'm on real life, but still I don't care. But on the markets, I kind of care. So I only trade 5 minute levels, A plus levels, 5 minute. So here market again formed 5 minute TGL2. See, this is the valid retracement. Not even this one, but this one surely. So this is the recent high. So one, it gave a closing here. So this would be the TGL2. I was waiting for some kind of confirmation right here to trade, but then again, it tapped into a selling area, which which I was pretty unaware of because as you can see right here, this is a very short. I mean, kind of. It is a valid TGL2. I mean, valid A plus setup. But since the market was clearly bullish right here, I mean, what the fuck is this bull run? So this little 5 minute counter trend setup formed right here on our TGL2, and see if you can. I mean, if you look at on the broader perspective, this is also a valid level, right? The TGL1, the selling level one, and it also. I mean, let me not extend this completely. And it also got validated right here. How? I'll just show you. I just saw this level, okay? It's not that everything was clearly set in my view. So, see, it tapped in on this candle. It didn't give a confirmation. Second, it just went, I mean, pushed up and then it gave a confirmation of this candle, okay? But see, this is not a valid entry candle. So even if we place a short position right here, this is still a break even, right? I mean, what kind of momentum? At least 1:1. Okay, more than 1:1. So almost 1:2. Okay, almost, pretty almost. They gave 1:2 momentum with a valid stop loss of 20 pips. Say this, it barely tapped in. So, and then on the second entry, this is a legitimate, not legitimate, but kind of a confirmation. See, we would, if this would have been a perfect shooting star, then this would have been the entry candle. But since it is not, I would have waited because honestly speaking, I won't trade right here on this candle. See, I still want a little more confirmation and price rejected. But then again, it gave such a big engulfing candle, and this would have been my perfect entry right here exactly. With a 30 pip stop loss based on the high of this, I mean the open of this candle, and then I just took at least this low 1,000 pips. Oh wait a second, there's a 15-minute level right here, so maybe this would have been the perfect TP, which it really hit. See, this is the reality of my strategy. We know where to put our TP very well. Alright, what the fuck is this trade even like? Damn, damn, it really is like this. See, realistically speaking, even if I would have placed a trade right here based on this engulfing candle, which engulfed the previous two candles, I would still would have taken 1:1. See, so okay, assuming I would have put my stop loss right here, it is still 1:1 easy. And if I would have put a 20 pip stop loss, it is still more than 1:1. I mean, almost 1:2, almost. Okay, not exactly, but almost. So this is break even. I would have considered this as break even. If my trading management, I mean, the trade management is very poor, then I would have taken, I mean, I would have incurred a loss right here and not take this setup. But I know my trading, that my trade management is pretty decent now that I can see what the market is trying to say and, unfold every single pages of the price action. So I can take decent entries. So this would have been the break even. I mean, I'm highly considering, okay, I'm not pretty sure that I would have 100%, took this trade and this would have been break even. I may not have taken this trade on the first place. So let's see. But this would have been my legitimate entry. I gave almost, almost 300 pips, 246 pips. So 250 pips secured right on this trade. But since this is, I mean, I am not confident on this level because this was like a very short, I mean, this was kind of a, like what you call a counter trend setup because we can't really, trade on this TJL after the market was clearly bullish. When the market is clearly running bullish, we don't, and if kind of shift to a little more bearish, we don't trade on the selling levels. We always trade on the buying levels, right? Because market has a very high chance to take a pullback from the buying levels. So that is why. But still, a zone is a zone. It respects it respected right here today, and it gave valid. I mean, pretty valid. What you call it? Entry. Not entry, but decent move right here. And then on the second, the TJL2 it again. This is the detail to red. The smartest one is black for the time being. Great, that doesn't matter. So on the DGL2, I was off the market, okay? I was still watching the price action, waiting for the price to hit my buying levels, but Pritam was able to see this TGL2 because he still is a beginner on this strategy. So every transaction that unfolds, he can see it pretty quickly that this is TGL2 or this is TGL. He don't, you know, put on his mind on why this may not work, why can't this work. So beginner, and beginner always makes money. That is why he was able to execute a trade on this engulfing candle right here with a 25 pip, or maybe it was, yeah, 25 pip stop loss. I still remember he put it right above the zone, and we took 30 pips maybe. Yeah, 32 pips. We took 32 pips, I remember, because price was, I was forcing him to book 50% of the profits on 1:1, but he didn't, by basically saying that what will I book on, I mean, what kind of profits will I book on zero point 0.0, I mean, zero point 0.1 lots, and it was only $35. So it wouldn't have been $10 of profit, or maybe it's $12. So what is the point of booking $12 on the first place? So that is his mindset. Uh, I guess everyone has their own, you know, trade management strategy, but I am pretty, safe on booking 50% of the profits and letting it run. But you can see here, it gave 70 pips almost. Yeah, it gave 70 pips, but Freedom was not able to book this profit, and that is where he lost all those good momentum. And on this range, because he was trailing his stop losses, he took a stop loss on 32 pips, somewhere on this high. So this is a good one. This was a good one, but I wouldn't say this was a good one with trade management logic, because that is way beyond my logic. So what I would have done is, even if I would have placed my entry right here on this engulfing candle, I would have put 50% of the profits right here on 1:1. Let's say $30 on $30, because I would have genuinely put my stop loss on $30. So on $30, I would have put 50%, so that will be $15 in my pocket and $15 on the market. So there will be 0.005 lots running on the market, and I would have put my TP right on the 5-minute buying level, maybe somewhere on here. It kind of gave, you know, a pretty long sideways range, but still it gave how much reaction? Oh, 140 pips. That is pretty good. And based on my calculation, what would have been the overall net P&L on this trade? So I will put $15 first. So let's keeping the $15 aside with 0.05 lots running and 1450 points. So 1450, that would have been $72 plus the previous $15. So this would have been easy 87 bucks. Easy. Assuming that I would have put full TP on this exact candle. But I guess that is not the case. I would have, like based on this consolidation, I would have put my TP right on this low, right on this low. Because see, there's a kind of a good resistance right here, but still my final TP would have been this one. But if I were on the markets, I would have definitely trail my, what do you call it, a TP to right this point. So it is 1208. So keeping the $15 aside from the 50% of the profits, and with 0.05 lots running, with how much? 1208. So 1208. It will have been $60 plus the previous $15. So this is $75, which Pritam missed by not booking right here. So That is basically the entire point which I was trying to make today. He was at my house, we were trading the news. I'll come to it later. And I was basically telling him why to book 50% of the profits on 1:1 and just letting it run. But no problem. This suits me better. I am a trader. So this was the trade which we took on our new account. And today, the next trade was totally on the CPI. We were watching several, I mean, not several, but the news, all those forecastments, I mean, forecasting. And our mentor told us a buy entry right here, maybe somewhere on this high. Okay, and we took a buy, okay? We took a buy and somewhere around right here. And price gave 2000 pips. Okay, 2000 pips exactly. But, you know, right it tapped in. And this was not the news scandal, okay? This was not the news, but this was the manipulation. Like we watched, like we saw it on the NFP. Exactly, it happened right here. And while this move was, unfolding, I quickly knew that this will be definitely like this definitely is a manipulation and it will reverse. I was like yelling that this might reverse, this might reverse. I've seen it on the previous NFP, the previous news. Even though I know the NFP and CPI are not like correlated or like not closely correlated, but still I can see the price action. I knew the candle, I knew all the scenario that happened with me, and based on that experience, I can surely say that this is clearly a manipulation move. Okay, and even though I was telling, I knew that this is a manipulation, I still couldn't book the profits because me and my mentor and everyone was on this trade, and even Pritham was saying like it might go up because this already is a good move. So all those other factors influenced me and I couldn't book my profits right here and it just inversed, I mean reversed. What the fuck am I speaking about? It just reversed and it gave negative 2000, I mean 300 points negative. And it blew my account, honestly. It blew my account. The account which I was trading, which I was learning, I'll just show you this account. This account, okay? This account, it got blown up. This account is no more because of this manipulation, because of I couldn't book my profits right here. So this account was blown, and the new account, which we took by entry right here with 0.1 lots, okay, 0.1 lots. We took a buy here, and it gave easy 200 pips, $200, but still we couldn't book because see this is clearly messed up with our minds, right? Even though I knew exactly at my fucking gut that this is, and even if I was yelling that this might be a manipulation, but still nobody knows what the next candle will do, right? And see, it went up, but it fucking bam, motherfucker. So on the new account, even though we were up $200 on like floating profits, on the next candle, it just like totally like slaughtering our account and what you call it, minus almost 300 floating loss. So account is blown, motherfucker. Once again, the thing which I fear the most is these kind of manipulations. And today we incurred a loss. See, honestly, I always knew that. I always knew that news is basically kind of a gambling for us retail traders. See, we don't know what the high officials are thinking or what kind of manipulations will be putting, like, will they be putting on the markets. So this is basically gambling for me. Even though there are some kind of traders like my mentor and everyone else who can actually predict the news pretty well, like their past predictions were very good. but still, this is something. I guess some things are not on our hands. I mean, honestly. So two accounts, two accounts blown on a single candle. Honestly speaking, I don't even care that the trade failed or like the accounts were, flushed. So what I care is I got no such income source to actually put on the new account or put on some more balance. So that's what's bugging me. And I'm pretty mentally fucked right now, not because of the losing trades, not because of the losing accounts, but still because of the thing which I don't have money. I don't care about money, but sometimes it just hits too much that I need to, certain anomalies might happen on the market like today it did, and we need to be prepared. So, fucking hell. I'm thinking to, to do some kind of jobs. So, like probably a month or so to get back on this game. But still, I'll be trading demo accounts. But you know what? Demo accounts, they're not like, they don't spike the real emotions while trading a live account, right? That is why, even though I'll be trading demo accounts from tomorrow, I won't get that exact feeling that, oh, I should take a trade on this candle, or maybe I should have, or maybe I should avoid this candle. Maybe I should look for a little more confirmation, right? So that kind of emotions or that kind of things which actually we feel on live accounts or like on real accounts, it doesn't spike. That kind of emotions don't spike on demo accounts. So that is why, but no problem. Do we have a choice? Fuck no. So that is why I'll be trading demo accounts from tomorrow. And even though I'm pretty chill on the camera, I'm pretty chill, but inside I'm pretty fucked. I mean, even the previous account, okay, I'll just show you because I gotta be real with myself. Take this one. Wait a second, okay? I'll just show you. See, this is the very first account. See, I'm just giving my future self that what it takes to actually be profitable on this fucking field, okay? Even though I do all the things properly, I did only one mistake on one account. I did only, I breached only one account with my mistake due to over trading and catching reversals. I still know on like what kind of market conditions on which trade I lost my account. I know because I have breached that account. Even though I didn't place the last order, I know that I was in that trade because I was mentally, in that trade. So I'll just tell you what it actually takes to be profitable. First account, phase one. See, slow growth, consistent growth. See, slow growth, consistent growth. $3, 6 cents, minus $112. This was very wild. Okay. And then $9, $80, 112 made back $9. And from 18th, we got to know about the consistency rule. And we were like very scared, like what if the account gets hard breached? So we were really focusing on consistency. So see, $30, $40, close the day. $45, close the day. $6 break even, close the trade day. And last Friday, minus $36, close the day. $83, close the day. Break even, close the day. $73, close the fucking day. $5. We tried to, put a green day. but we couldn't, and I stopped right here. And on the last day, $60 account cleared. Phase two was very fucking wild, man. See, the very first day, on the very first day, $215 loss, and then it just clicked. I mean, like, what the fuck? After we pass our phase one, how can we lose the phase two? And then on the um, next trade, we were really into it. So $94 profit, $48 net profit, $93 net profit. Very good. $105 on two trades net profit, $38 net profit, 15 trades. Okay, like from this day onwards, our totally, what do you call it, like the trading psychology was slowly by slowly, it was affecting us. Okay, it's like a symbiote. You know, do you know a symbiote? Someone, some virus who gets onto your system, and it like feeds onto you, and slowly by slowly, you wouldn't even like feel that something's wrong. You don't even know that, I got something, in me. It's like totally symbiote. Like, even though symbiote is not the proper term, but you get it, right? So from this day onwards, slowly by slowly, something was wrong with us. Placing more trades and going for the green days, because on the phase one accounts, we were really obsessed to close the day in green. Okay, and that is why we kind of forced way too many trades. See, on the this was during maybe May. Market was really good, like not really good, but it was on a good trending. It was a trending market, and from June onwards, the market was fucked. We all know gold market. So since the market was good, it was giving us kind of good opportunities to make money, even though we were really beginners. And I gotta be real with myself right here. I traded. I mean, I learned forex market, gold, everything from this phase one account. Okay, this phase one account. I never traded demo. I mean, I did, but I didn't get that feeling, that kick that, oh shit, I can lose money on this trade. Oh shit, the trade is not forming yet. So I learned everything starting with, this investment, this $30 I invested on here. So I was obsessed with closing the day on green. This was where the virus, you know, took, I mean, came into my system, my mental module. And then on the phase two, the virus was slowly but slowly eating ourselves, I mean, eating us, eating my mindset. First day, so such a big loss. And the second, third, fourth, and the last, by the last time and by the last day, that virus like was all over my, fucking mental module, or whatever we call it. Even though we closed the day on profits, even though everything was going very good, like sunshine and rainbows, all the days were good, but still slowly by slowly something was developing, which resulted in big losses. So on the master account, this virus took us, holy hell, 12 trades minus $47 loss, 19 trades minus $57 loss, 19 trades, holy fuck. We don't even know the markets really well. 14 trades. We hit the daily loss limit. Motherfucker, daily loss limit on the master account, which is totally like, I used to think, okay, while I was trading the phase account, like, who the hell, I mean, who will hit the maximum daily loss amount? I mean, you clearly know that on 5% there's a maximum daily loss. So you obviously don't, stretch that much, right? On minus 100, or even stretching to like minus 150, that's enough. Close the fucking day. But like I told you, the virus, it was going slowly by slowly, eating away my fucking mind. And I was always And the virus was telling me to take the next trade, take the next trade, take the next trade. So sell. It will pay. And like that, the over trading habit kind of, came into my my system. And this is the result, not past. And then on the second account, I took a second account because look at this. We cleared phase one, phase two, and even reached the master, and even see, which is the master account. It's the master account, right? See, maximum we made $86. Even though we would have took, let's say, assuming we took the $80 as payout, that is still a fucking payout, right? We were already profitable. We made all the good trades, even though the virus was eating us. It still gave us a little money to withdraw, but we fucking didn't. I thought like, why not take a $500 or $1,000 payout? But guess I was not ready. So I took a next account and same mistake, maximum daily loss. Like what the fuck? See the trades. See like the virus which I was like telling you on 6 trading days. This account was over. Fucking 6 trading days. I mean, this is unacceptable because this master account took a very severe impact on our fucking minds. See, 3 trades, 10 fucking trades, 16 trades. We closed the day in green. 5 trades. I still remember this day. Pritam was like, Pritam told me that, "Mm, what do you think? Should we stop here?" And I told him we already made $150, so let's stop today. See, we were already planning to make more, like to place more orders right here on this day. But somewhere my passive mind, my trader mind, which was active, which was building on its way, he stopped me to put more orders. And then on the next day we lost it all back. And on the next day, what the fuck? 24 trades, 22 trades. Holy fuck! Who the fuck is this guy? I don't even recognize him, man. And on the next account, this is the same. Mhm. 2 trades, break even. 2 trades, break even. 3 trades, minus $33. 4 trades, what the fuck is this account, man? This was maximum loss. Oh, this is a new account. I mean, this. Okay, okay, this was the reset account, maybe. Oh no, no, this was a new account. See, different IDs. Okay, this is a new account. But what the fuck is this account? Oh, this is today. This is the account which I was managing, man. That is why I was thinking, like, what the fuck? So small, small profits. So this is the account which we were really trading on, the zero point 0.01 or zero point 0.02 lots. That strategy. See, I still remember this day, this black day. So I still managed to, grow this account to like a fucking 600, I mean, $600, and even $560, like, but still. Today I lost it on this trade on the CPI. So fuck it. And even on the NFP day, we made a loss here. Manipulations, man. But no problem. I don't have any regrets because I was very like sure, and I was even right. But still, I couldn't book, so it's my loss. But I don't regret on this loss. What I regret is I don't have money. Like I don't have a stream of income to fund this business. And then on the next account, I still remember we took a new account right after Pritam fucked this up, and I was handling this with like very micro lots. And I took a new account, and then see that virus, 7 trades. What the heck? 2 trades, okay. Close the day. 15 trades, $163 loss. 13 trades, $112 profit. 11 trades, $240 loss. See, I'm being totally transparent here, but this is not acceptable by me. I am not this guy. Who the fuck? I mean, fuck this guy, man. Fuck this guy. this account taught me trading. I would be really honest with you, honest with myself, because I'll be watching my videos later on. Nobody will watch my videos, obviously. But this account taught me to actually trade for real, okay? I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I mean, not the perfect, but I learned a strategy, like valid strategy. I stopped trading, like I stopped scalping. I stopped trying to predict every single candle, every single, liquidity, every single move. I stopped predicting that. I stopped trading reversals, and started trading for real. Okay, see right here, $29 profit. You know, $3 profit, $1. I mean, even though I made small losses here, see, I made mistake right here, right at these days. I made some mistakes. Okay, made mistake, but this was just the virus, which was really crumbling into me. And then I realized after I after my account was pretty much on the same verge on right here 525, I executed that fucking virus. I killed myself, okay, literally. Somewhere around here, maybe. Somewhere around here, I fucking killed myself. And then I was reborn. Ah, sorry. And then today, this account died. So the next account is not passed, and then I took another account. See, some people might say that, fuck, you're just repeating the mistakes. You're addicted to gambling. Yeah, I can understand your point. This is basically gambling to an extent, but I have my edge on this gamble. I have a high probability winning setup. I know where to trade, where not to. I mean, not not 100%, but at least I have 70%, 80% chance of winning, and only 20 or 30% chance of actually losing a trade. And even though I've lost very few based on our analysis from the past week and the past, I mean, all the trades, all the previous trades, every single trade on our setup, on our current setup that I trade strategy gave break even. And by break even, I'm saying it gave 1:1 easy on perfect candle entry. Okay, not perfect, but actually the setup candle entry. It gave 1:1. So that means every single loss, I mean, not every single, but almost 9 out of 10 trades, it gave break even. It gave 1:1. There is this. See, I don't think any strategy is like the best, or like something that something would have clicked. Like, oh shit, this strategy works. I'll be, learning everything from the strategy. Every single strategy works. It just depends upon how the trader plays his or her strategy, right? So on this account, we took some trades on the first day, and I gotta be honest with you. I remember these trades, but still it was way high number. And on the news day, this was what you call it, NFP, not NFP. This was a CPI news. Okay, I remember this was a CPI news, and we passed the fucking account. So Pritham, this passing the account, Pritham was mentally fucked. I mean, even I was too, but I knew that somewhere or the other, like news, it doesn't mean that it's one sided only. People will take advantage of it, right? Many big hedge funds will take advantage of this fucking one-sided move because gold, since this July 14th CPI news, gold was pretty much giving one-sided moves, and we were able to see live on the market. We were able to, you know, actually capture some moves. So Pritam thought that why not we pass the account on news? And even though I was telling him non-stop that let's not do it because I don't like gambling, because I think this is basically gambling, and because see, even though trading is not gambling, news is not gambling, but still at my current level, news is gambling for me, okay? Because I don't know the data, I don't know the metrics, I don't see the news, all the time. I'm not updated with the current market scenarios, not the market, but the fundamental aspect of the entire market, global market scenario. So that is why it's pretty much gambling for me. That is why I'm out. I don't trade news. But somewhere or the other, even though I told him that I won't be trading news, but still, somewhere or the other way, it kind of got into my mind. Okay, that even if I trade news, I'll be trading like with very small, minimal loss. So I traded today with only 0. I'll just show you. Okay, see these profits are after blowing my account. Okay, so it doesn't count. I blew my account right here. I took with only 0.02 loss. See, I'm being overly cautious right here. And even after I traded with 0.02 loss, I like market gave minus 55. That means almost 2000 pips. No, no, 4000 pips. And on the floating loss, this account is blown. So I don't regret this account, but still, and I traded with very less lots than usual, and I trailed my stop loss to break even. But even then, market blew my account. So I don't blame it. I'll just take the L. Okay. So we passed the second, and on the phase two, there was news. Okay, maybe PPI or maybe no, there wasn't PPI. It was probably NFP, I guess. So we traded it, and on the very first day, we kind of made 100 and wait, I'll just check the history. Okay, so we made a little profits right here. This were literally break even account the NFP. No, I mean I think it was NFP. I don't remember it exactly this account because it was only one day. So we made break even. See with zero point 0.3 lots, significantly large number. Zero point 0.3 lots. We made break even, and then Pritham took another impulsive entry with zero point 0.3, another zero point 0.3, which gave a loss, another zero point 0.3, which gave a loss, and by here we were almost minus 100. Okay, I mean this is clearly more than above 100, but I told him to stop. But see, this was news. It was our level also. Okay, so he couldn't stop, and he traded this account and blew it up. So it got low like this, and today this was the account which hit the daily loss limit. As you can see here, time of breach, balance at the time of breach. See, we managed to throw this account, but still equity at the time of breach. See, 681 exceeding the daily loss limit, 285. The daily loss is 5%, which is 250. So exceeded the limit by $37 only. Floating PNL got on to minus $317, which is fucking high. Okay, and max we did $5,066 max equity. So basically on 2 trading days, even though it showed only $100 loss right here with 2 trades, but this floating PNL it is minus $317.20. So floating PNL rule, I don't want to explain it because everybody knows, right? So only on I just took this account Sunday, man, with all high hopes that I'll be putting trades with my actual setup. But Monday I was out for some work. Tuesday, wait a second. Monday I went to Jorhat. Tuesday I went to like the day was pretty hectic. I went to DC office court and college, university, doctor, like it was fucking hell. For my friend's admission, get out there. And on Tuesday, we still try to manage to make a video. And Wednesday, which is today, things are like this. CPI fucked us over. So that is like Thursday, right? So now I'm just thinking of how to manage all the money. But I don't really care that I blow these accounts. What I really care is to get some kind of, like security. Not exactly security, but I do understand that even if I take some kind of job, I won't be able to trade like I am trading today, right? So that is what's bugging me the most. And I don't want to repeat this cycle that took an account, breached it, took another account, breached it. I don't want to repeat this cycle. That is why I changed my entire strategy, entire setup to this new long time frame, like big time frame strategy. But still, I didn't even got a chance to execute a plan on two accounts, on two live accounts. See, this was the account, today's account. I didn't even had it on my MT5, and the previous phase two account. I didn't even have it on my phone. I was trading on only on this account. So it kind of mentally fucks, not sucks, but fucks up. That is why this is what it takes to be profitable, man. This is what it fucking takes to be profitable. I mean, maybe I'll get into some kind of jobs. Maybe sleep is fucked. Maybe I'll do some kind of part-time jobs to fund this business. So that's basically it. No time to get depressed, but to get back with the same energy tomorrow, but on a different account. And I'll be making sure to, manage my trade live on video. Okay. I'll try. I'll try to when price comes to my setup, I'll try to video it up to capture the moment of how I actually manage my trade on demo account. Not demo, but on I'll think it like it is real, okay? I mean I can, obviously. But even though it's only 1% of that thing that this is demo, this is not my real money. And even if this account gets blown, nothing will be, nothing's on the line. Well, that is what bugs me over. And still, I'll take it as a strategy testing, forward testing. So this is everything for today. And oh, analysis, right? I didn't do a single trade, but still, we have to journal. We have to journal. So let's journal it out. Today was a wild day. Today is 12, today, yesterday, not today. 12th of August 2026. Time frame, it was M15, the TJ level that Preetham played and even I missed. But no problem, this is still a valid level. But I didn't take this trade, so I'll not journal this one. I'll just journal the news trading. Okay. And I traded this news on like I'll just consider it 5 minutes, okay. This trade was a good one because it gave where was this one? Yeah, it gave like almost 200 pips from one entry. So it was a good one, but this is news, okay? Good and bad. Let's consider it good. This was news. I'll just paste the link. And PNL loss. Okay. Manipulative CPI. So that's actually right. This is the pips This is a risk-reward issue. I'm keeping it very simple on this canvas, on this chart. Right, on to it. What the fuck? So I'll just write it down. CPI, manipulative CPI, manipulative CPI, price followed by mentor, followed mentor, and set on buys before a CPI, before a CPI, very risky, okay, and I accept it. See, like I always tell, and I'm still telling that I don't have any regrets that I blew my account, even if the price hard rejected from this level only, this level onwards, my account is still fucked, right? So I already accepted it right here. So very risky. Price manipulated and went bullish to 200 pips from my entry. Just few minutes before CPI. Okay, CPI can be turned totally, like totally reversed. Just like price did on the previous NFP, and this single trade blew two of my funds accounts. Even if you're right. See, like I always tell, this this reminds me of something. Even if you're right, sometimes you still lose. Okay, even if you're right, this is misplaced. My bad. Sometimes you still lose, even if you're right. Even if you're right. Like, what the heck? So this is basically today, and uh, what to say. So journaling is done, right? Everything is done. Oh, what the heck? 7. Okay. Journaling is done. Analyzing today's levels and the trades that played on our levels. The missed trade. because of the what you call it, the confirmation and the pre-term trade, which was the pending TJL A plus level, but still it was not a valid level according to me as far as I've seen. But see, I will not try to decode every single level why it worked because this is clearly a higher time frame game. So even if you mark a wrong level, there is a kind of a good chance to work. Okay, so I mean, I'm not saying this as the wrong level because this is a valid TJL2 which was pending. If you look at it that way, it is correct. But if you look on the bullish way, this is not something which I would trade on. So no problem. But still, uh, on the missed RBS trade on the 15-minute change of character today, I planned out a new strategy. This is not nothing new, but something which I can add on to my strategy. Okay, so I still have doubts, not doubts, but that kind of what you call it, not fear, not something, that as soon as price taps into the RBS or SBR levels, I'm not interested on it as much as I'm interested on the A plus because mentor always told me to like always tells the beginner to trade on A plus levels. Okay, so that's what fucked me mentally. That is why I missed many of the RPS and SBR levels. Some I took maybe, yeah, I took some. I remember I took one and I captured a very good 1,000 pips. I was very happy that day. It was my first winning day with this strategy. So, okay, so what's the plan is on the resistance becoming support and the support becoming a resistance level and the double bottom and the double top levels, I will trade with half the quantity. Right? And I'm talking about like legitimate half because my real quantity is zero point 0.1. So I'll be trading zero point 0.1 on my A plus levels and I'll be trading with 0.05 on the RBS or SBR levels if I'm not confident enough to put on a trade, okay? Because today I don't say I'll not say I'll be too much unprofessional because I was on my setup, everything was good, I was mentally calm, I can see every single thing for me, but still due some reason because I was not maybe because this was I'll just show you okay maybe since this was a very small impulse on a 15-minute very small impulse and market was like overall bullish. I was not interested on the what you call this RBS, sorry, this RBS buy level. Okay, I was actively waiting for the A plus level. But still, as you can see here, the 5-minute QML, which is the A plus, also got played right here. See, right here, it got played here, and the 15-minute RBS also tapped in on a CPI candle, so our strategy works, but it's just the trader who executes the strategy well enough to be profitable on it. And I am damn profitable, even though I blew my accounts, but still I got a lot more clarity on trading on 0.02 lots, zero point 0.1 lots, like with very less lots. So no problem. Now, what I'm talking is I'm trading with half the lots on the low confidence. Sometimes like today on London session, I was watching my mentor. I was sitting with him, and he called out a trade. Okay, and even though he called out a trade, I was not confident enough to put that exact order right there. So I didn't trade that level. Okay, and it gave a fucking like 200 pips maybe on the London session. Okay, so and I don't regret that, but still that kind of low confidence setups because sometimes even my mentor, even the big guys, what they do is they trade on instinct. Like they instinctively know that the price may go up or may go down because they've sat over this chair like this setup the markets for well over like 2 3 years. They've seen every single price action form. That is why they can be confident and they have that kind of that feeling on their balls to say that the price may go up, but like the price will go up from this level. But since I'm a beginner, I'm not exactly a beginner, but since I can't trade on that kind of you know random impulse, so that is why when I don't have confidence on a setup, I don't trade basically. Even there's a quote that not trading is still a trade. I know this may be sounding very wild to you, but this is basically what my mentor tells me. Sometimes not putting an order is still a trade. Sometimes not trading is still a trade. So that's it. On the low confidence setups, I'll be trading with half the lots, and on the high confidence setup, because sometimes when the RBS level looks very obvious, like the change of character is very uh, like to the exact pinpoint strategy wise, or like there are some levels where I am the most confident of. On there, I'll be trading with full lots, and on the low confidence setups, I'll be trading with half the lots. So that's it. And on the TGL1, TGL2, on the TGL1, I'll be trading with when there's no volatility in the market, but still I want to play some TGL levels, some TGL1 levels. So I'll be trading with half the lots. That's basically the game, man. You still want to trade all the levels because you need to trade all the levels. My mentor also tells me to trade all the levels. That is how I will know how this levels gives the confirmation or how these levels plays out. I can't understand a level if I don't trade it, right? See, there's a very thin line, and I'm working on this very thin line of like to trade or to not trade, because this is purely logical to think it like this, that profitable guys, they just know which setups not to trade on, right? But as a beginner, you should trade all the setups. But I can't, but on my current stage, I can't trade all the setups because I got no money, if it makes sense. Not money, but I got no room for loss. So that is why I only trade on high confidence setups. But still, since I'll be trading demo, so I'll be like fully testing out the strategy. Even though it might mentally fuck me up, but still I'll gain some confidence, and I say it right here, right now, that this is not a setback, but this is just a continuation. Okay. Anyways, it's been a long time. Oh shit, almost an hour. And I'm noticing this. My videos, they are crossing 1 hour easy, and they're hitting the 2 hour mark. Because today I didn't place any trade, not any, but place most of my trades on setups. That is why this video is very short, only 1 hour 30 minutes. So no problem. I won't say I'll get back stronger because there's nothing to get back onto. I'm still there, baby. I'm still alive. PC is dead, technically, but fundamentally, I'm still alive, motherfucker. That's enough for today.